guys, I just wanted to pop on and show you some of our family's favorites. Really hard to narrow down, but I just pulled some that some may be familiar to you, some hopefully that you haven't seen before, but these are some that we really love in our house. First off, I have a new season release, which is Baby's very first playbook, Body Words. So it has a lot of indentations for little fingers to feel. Of course, it shows all the different parts of the body, cheeks, mouth, nose, hair. They can trace around the body with their finger in the sand, leg, hand, tummy. But then it also shows action words, so jump, hide, and they can see all the words over here and the animal's doing it, and then they can find them in here, so it reinforces those words. And then there's also some senses, smell, hear, taste, see, touch. And then we have feelings. So super cute, happy, cold, sad, and then they can find those same animals over here that have those same feelings. Really cute book, love this playbook. If you have a toddler, you probably know about these, and if not, these are two books that you really need to have. This is All Better. It was out of stock for quite a while because it's our #1 seller, but it's back in stock now. So these little animals that get hurt, you put a little Band-Aid on it, you kiss it, clean it, and put a Band-Aid on it, and it's all better. So your little one gets to go and help all the animals feel all better. And these Band-Aids are reusable. You can just clean them off and they stick for forever. Another cute one in the same type of book is Little Bear Needs Glasses. So he can't see very well. He keeps tripping over things and putting toothpaste on his hairbrush. So he needs some glasses, but he's trying on all of his friends' glasses. So the same thing, has the little stickers, but they just don't fit right until he finds his own glasses and they fit perfectly. So another really cute interactive book for the toddler age. Another new one to us that I just absolutely love, now I want all of them in the series, is our Garden Sounds. So we have several different sounds book. They have these little buttons that you press, and they are really beautiful natural sounds, which I love. I love hearing all the different bird sounds, and there's buzzing of a bee and chirping of a grasshopper and the little tweet of the birds. Really, really pretty book. And it also has an on and off switch, so you can turn it off. And but I love that sounds book. One of my favorite little chapter books for the younger reader is Billy and the Mini Monsters. It's a graphic book, so lots and lots of pictures for the beginning chapter book reader, so you don't get overwhelmed. And a really cute story about these little monsters who aren't scary at all. They're really little teeny and they get into a lot of mischief. So Billy learns that monsters aren't something to be scared of. Super cute book, love this one. Another thing we love in our house are these pads. So different activity and game pads. They're only $5.99 and they come with a ton of pads in there, the sheets that you can just tear off and take with to use whenever. We have a set, this is the times table practice pad. So it goes through all the different times tables, and I just have my daughter practice these after school. And then we also have these two travel pads. This is a travel games pad and an activity pad. So the activity pad has all different activities like dot to dots, mazes, questions, little puzzles, things for them to do on the go. And you can just tear that out, and it's more for like one child to do on their own. And then the games pad has lots of fun little games that they can do just with a paper and pencil. It gives all the instructions in the back of how to do these different games, and a lot of them they can do together. You can pull this out at a restaurant to do as you guys are waiting. Some really fun games, same thing, tons of them. You can pull out, there's I think about almost 200 pages in this book. So a great deal for $5.99. This is one of our newest pads. It's the Maps Activity Pad. It's a lot bigger than the traditional ones, but I absolutely love this pad. My 9-year-old daughter really enjoys it. So it's teaching them about maps, which I think is a lost art, but I love maps. But it gives them all different activities to do as they learn about the different maps and the different places. And so this is, use this map of Berlin to guide Jessie to all the sites marked with the yellow dots, finishing at Berlin Cathedral without taking her anywhere twice. So kind of, this one happens to be kind of like a maze, one of our maze book ones. But there's lots of different things. They have several activities they can do on each pad. Love the maps activity pad. Another one I think is not given enough attention is our Academy series. My 6-year-old loves this one. My 9-year-old loves this. We have Scientist Academy. We really love science in our house. So this one teaches them all about the different types of scientists. So they learn about animal scientists and let's see, forensic scientists and earth scientists, laboratory scientists, space science. So you have chemistry, a chemist. So they have different activities that they do to learn about that different type of scientist. And then they get little stickers on the back as they pass off each one of those, and then they have a certificate at the very end as they become scientists as they go through the academy. I think we have a veterinarian book and a astronaut one and several in that series. Really fun series for kind of that middle age child. Our Look Inside, I think, is one of my favorite series of Lift the Flaps. So this is in between the Peek Inside is the youngest, Look Inside, and then See Inside. But I really love the Look Inside. There are just so many fun flaps and flaps within flaps. So a lot of fun things to discover. It shows you the different types of moon, and it's just such a fun book. There's so much information that they can learn if they want to go through it all, or they can just learn bits and pieces as they go. It just makes learning a lot of fun to lift all the flaps. So this is one of my favorite series of Lift the Flaps, is the Look Inside. I also really, really love our Lift the Flap question and answers book. We have a ton of these at our house. This one's nature. So a lot of just questions. It goes through which, where, why, what, yes or no, who, how, and it just gives them little bits of information about whatever that topic is, all about nature. So it's a fun one to learn some just random facts all about nature. One of my favorite storybooks that we have is Ava's Spectacular Spectacles. And it's about this little girl, Ava, who doesn't want to wear her glasses, but her teacher then shows her how if these different nursery rhymes, characters in the nursery rhymes, had just worn their glasses, how things would have gone a little differently. So she shows her how if Little Red Riding Hood had just been wearing her glasses, she would have seen the big teeth and big eyes on the Big Bad Wolf. And how Hansel and Gretel would have seen the signs that pointed to their house. And Little Bo Peep actually didn't lose her sheep. She just couldn't see them because she wasn't wearing her glasses. So it kind of gives Ava that confidence of, you know what, glasses aren't so bad, but it's just a really cute story. And I love sharing some of these messages that our storybooks have. Our picture puzzle books are just so bright and colorful. And my 2-year-old loves looking at them, even though she can't read and can't always necessarily find the things that she's looking for. They have really great sturdy pages, so I can give it to my 2-year-old without worrying about it at all. But as they get a little older and can read, they can find, have you seen Honey the hamster? So within all those mice, you have to search for a little hamster that looks a little different. Really fun, pretty books. There's several in this series also. And lastly, another book I think we don't show enough is our Create Your Own series. There's Boutique and then there's Pizzeria. So this walks a child through the process of becoming an entrepreneur and creating their own boutique. So they have to design the storefront, they find the location, they learn about designing a logo, and then all the clothing and accessories. And so it just walks them through the process that they would do to open a little boutique or a pizzeria in the other book. And there's lots of different clothes that they can cut out and design, lots of pattern papers that they can design their own. And then they make a little pamphlet, a magazine in the back to show all of their creations as they do their final designs for their boutique. So I hope that you've seen some new books that you really would love and some old classic favorites. Bye.